Hi and welcome to Flowing with Goodness. This class is all about relaxation, about grounding down. If you've been super busy, traveling, all of that kind of stuff that makes you feel a bit uprooted, then this is a good class to sort of bring you back down to center, get your feet on the floor, and help you feel more stable in yourself. So whenever you're ready, jump onto your mats and we'll get started. So we'll start in easy posture. So if you want to sit onto your mats and take your knees out wide. So I'm just sitting on a yoga brick, but if you want to sit on a cushion or a bolster, just something to elevate the hips up. If you don't have one around, just sitting down on the floor is fine as well. Just make sure you can pull your tummy in and make sure the lower back's nice and flat. So take a moment to breathe and just start to slow the mind down. So if you've been really busy, if you've been doing 1,000 things at once, then slowing down sometimes feels like a car going at 100 miles an hour just screeching to a halt. So just take a moment to sort of change down through the gears, start to slow down. Just be really patient with your mind. And so take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, try to slow down that exhale as much as you can. So really noticing the body deflating, the ribs going back down. So then take a big deep breath in. Notice as the ribs expand, the clavicle rises up. Pause and then exhale super slow. So see how slow you can exhale. And then doing that again. So taking a big deep breath in. We'll just use the breath to help the mind slow down. So slowing down the breath helps the nervous system to slow down. So it's really important to use the breath to slow the mind and the body down. So slowing down the breathing slows down the nervous system. And when our nervous system is more calm and the body is more calm and patient, then the nervous system, the immunity, all of these parts of our body can start to work properly. When you're in that constant fight or flight, being chronically stressed, it's a bit of a mouthful, but when we're stressed and going, and even if you're not really stressed in the mind, if it's just busyness, just moving all the time, our body is at this heightened state where you're sort of always bracing yourself, and that can reflect into tight muscles, getting sick, all of those kind of things that the body starts to get run down. So the more we can come back to slowing down the breath, slowing down the mind, the more we can just relax the muscles, relax all of the body, and in that relaxed state we can start to heal. So the body can heal itself very well if it's given all of the food, all of the nourishment, and all of the goodness of just slowing down. So keep that in mind in your practice today. Try to keep the mind and the body working as one by using the breath to slow down the mind every time it starts to get busy. So just take a couple of deep breaths in and all the way out. And just notice how the body will start to settle in. Good, and just take a moment to check in with your body. If there's anywhere feeling tight, see if you can relax the shoulders back and down. See if you can pull the belly button in a little bit and drop the knees down a little bit more. So just straightening up through the spine, tucking the chin in, and relax the jaw, relax the face. Good, so take your eyes back open, stretch up to the ceiling, and just stretch as high as you can, keeping the ribs tucked down. Drop the right hand all the way down to the mat, reach up with your left hand, and then curve over to the side. So see if that
Left elbow can go up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, and you can drop into that right shoulder. And then slowly bring your arms back up to the center, and then left hand down, right hand can stretch up tall, and then curve over to the side. So looking underneath your right armpit, keeping the shoulder open, and then breathing back in, coming all the way back up. So left hand to your right knee, coming into a gentle twist. So pull the belly button in and really try to get your shoulders to go and twist to the side. So you get that really good twist in the middle back, and then gently look over your right shoulder. Then bring your head back to the center and twist all the way over to the other side. So left hand to your right knee. Gently look over to your left shoulder. So taking a deep breath in, sit up really tall with the spine. And then exhale, come back into the center. So you can take your brick, if you were sitting on one, out of your way, and then just coming into the center of your mat. So we're starting off in a gentle forward bend. So extend both legs out in front of you and sit up really tall. So take your arms all the way up above your head, and then exhale, fold forward. So you can have your hands on your legs or take your hands to your feet. Just be really gentle in this one. We're not trying to create tension in the body, we're just trying to really relax into this one. So round through the shoulders, allow your back to really relax, and if you need to, you can bend the knees as well. So whatever you need to do to keep the lower back happy. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. So slowing down, just really soften the shoulders. No need to be busy in this one. It's all about passive stretching, just allowing the body to lengthen in its own time. And then take a deep breath in, coming up to the center. So bring that right foot into the inside of the left leg, and the knees going out to the side. So turn your torso so that it's facing the left foot, and then take a deep breath in. Again, lift the arms all the way up, and then exhale, fold forward over that leg. So you can breathe in, pull the tummy up a little bit, relax the shoulders down, and then fold forward. So take a couple of nice relaxing inhales and exhales, just noticing as the body releases in time, just like you could listen to the leg as it starts to unravel. Maybe your leg is screaming at you right now, but try to get into a place where it's not too intense, that it's more of a passive relaxing stretch. So one more here. And then inhale, bring yourself back up. We're going to switch that over. So bring your left leg in and extend your right leg out to the side. So your left foot is on the inside of that right thigh, and then turn your torso so that you're facing that right foot. Take your hands all the way up with a deep breath in, and then exhale, fold forward. So you can place the hand on the knee, or you can extend your hands down to your foot. And then you can shuffle that right hip back a little bit as well. So just breathing softly here. Notice as the body starts to slow down. And then take a deep breath in, and you can lift back up again.
So bring the right foot in, so you've got both soles of your feet together, and then sit up really tall with your lower back. Drop the shoulders down and just tuck the chin in. So just breathing here, push the knees down to the floor beside you so that you can feel that stretch on the inner thighs. So it just helps to sort of stick us down to the mat. So if you've been really busy, sometimes sitting still is really difficult. So stay with this one and just notice any tension in the body without judgment, but just checking in. Good. Then we're going to extend both legs out into wide leg forward bend. It's a really good inner leg stretch. It's good for your knees as well if you have knee tension. So take a deep breath in, straighten back up the spine, and then reach forward. So you can reach your hands down your leg, maybe hold on to the calves or maybe hold on to the feet. So, and if that's feeling really tight, bend into each leg side to side, just sort of sway left, sway right. And it will just release all of those muscles at the top of the leg. And then once that's feeling like it's let go, then you can come back into the center. You can also place your hands onto the floor. Maybe you can place your head on the floor. Whatever's best for your body at the moment. And then inhaling, bringing yourself back up. So the next pose is a squat pose. So you're going to just bring your feet in and have them fairly wide, so up on your toes. So have your hands on the mat, or you can have your knees outside of your arms. So you can stay here, and if you can feel a really good stretch there. And then as the hips start to open up for you, then you can start to put your feet down onto the floor as well. So coming into little squat prayer pose. It's really good for the root chakra. You can really feel how it opens up those hips. You can press the elbows on the inside of the knee. Tuck the chin in, and then that lengthens through the back of the neck. So the root chakra grounding is all about feeling at home. So if you've been traveling, if you've been shifting houses, if you've changed work, all of those things that uproot us, these kind of poses can help bring us back down to earth, get our feet on the floor, and help us to feel more centered. So you might like to even imagine the color red and create that feeling of being at home. So feeling at home within yourself, no matter where you are. So we can travel through our lives feeling at home within ourselves. And it just helps to keep us grounded. So take a deep breath in here. Hopefully the hips have opened out for you. And then bring your hands back on the floor and take your knees together. So sitting back into child's pose. So you can either have your knees together for this one or have your knees out as wide as your mat and take your hands forward. So if you want to try with your knees together, and then just stretch your arms forward and placing the head onto the ground. So from there, you can take your arms, place the hands onto your feet, curl up into a little ball. Just like a turtle, you know, they crawl around and then they retreat back into their shells. So if that's a little bit too intense for you, have the knees out wide and you can keep your hands extended. So you're still getting a really good hip and arm stretch. So we're going to stay in this little curled up ball for a moment. And it just helps us come back down to earth. So visualizing nature, visualizing a big tree, really stable, unmoving, can help us feel more grounded and connected to the earth. And then when you're ready, bring your hands forward and then lift yourself back up. So coming into Pigeon Pose, you can bring yourself up into plank and then take the left leg forward and cross it over underneath your body. So opening that knee out to the side, flexing through the left foot. And then just take a look at your right leg, take the knee down and then plant the toe. So you can move side to side in this one. Just try to find a place where your spine feels even and your hips feel even. You can also use a brick in this one and place it underneath the left hip, just to create a bit more stability through the hips to keep them quite even. So settle into this pose. It's a really good hip opener. So take a deep breath in and arch your back. So pulling in the pelvic floor, pulling in the tummy, the belly button to the spine, and then open and relax the shoulders down. So you can really push the floor away from you to get a really good back bend. Nice heart opening pose. To remember to allow ourselves to be open to new possibilities, and to love ourselves, of course. So in this pose, you can stay here. If that's feeling a little bit too much for you, you can walk your hands down onto the floor. Place your head onto your hands. Or if you really like the King Pigeon Pose, then you can also bend that right leg, bend the knee, and then hold around that foot. So you can sort of place the right foot into your elbow. Square up through the body again, and then you can maybe grab your hands as well. So keep trying to drop that hip down to the floor. So when you really pull the foot towards the hip, you can feel that really big stretch down the front of your leg. So it's really nice, really good opening posture. So take one more deep breath in, whichever style of pigeon you've chosen today. And then you can drop that right leg down and then bring the right leg forward. Take your feet out as wide as your mat and prop yourself up with your hands. So windscreen wiper your legs side to side, just massage the lower back. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. So your right leg's going across your mat. Flex that right foot back towards the knee and then take the left leg back behind you. So square off your hips. Just look at the left leg and make sure it's in the middle of your mat. And make sure your hips are feeling really square. So you can put a brick underneath your hips if that's going to help. Or stay here. So push the floor away from you and pull the tummy in. So really arching through the back. See if you can feel that really good stretch in the middle back. It's really nice if you've been sitting in planes or vehicles traveling around the place to get a really good hip stretch, really good back bend. Keep the chin tucked in a little bit and just notice as the body starts to stretch out, rebalance. So you can choose your options here again. Walk your hands down onto your mat, place the head onto the hands. Or you can stay lifted here and feel that stretch. Or bend the left knee and hold onto that foot with your elbow. Keep dropping the left hip down to the floor, and then maybe you can hold your hands to hands. So take a deep breath in here. And we'll stay here for a couple more breaths. And then exhale, bring your right hand down and come back into the center. So bring the left leg forward. And then we're going to lay down onto your mat. So shuffle into the center of your mat. Use your elbows to lie yourself down. And we're coming into happy baby pose. Another hip opener for our base chakra. So bring your feet up and out wide. Bend the knees into your armpits. You can hold on to the back of your thighs or extend the arms and hold on to the outsides of your feet. So you can rock side to side. And feel that opening through the hip joints. It's like therapy, natural medicine for your hips. Keeps them really happy. And then we're going to extend the left leg down, hug in the right knee. It's a half wind removing pose. It's a really good one for your intestines. So hug it in with a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the right knee down towards the floor. Keep the right toes flexed back towards your body and your shoulders down to the floor. And then switch it over. So your right knee comes up, hold around the right knee, and then extend the left leg down to the floor. So press the right knee into your chest, really hug it in. And then the left knee is pressed down to the mat. So it's a really good one for your glutes, for your lower back. So allow that to release. Relax the shoulders, relax your eyes. And then bring the left knee up to your chest as well. And we're going to come into reclining twist. So arms out like a big T shape. Bring both knees over to your right side and then look over to your left. So allow the body to just melt. Let go of everything. Melting into the floor. And then looking back to the center, bring your knees in towards your chest and then over very slowly to the left. So bring both knees over to the left side and then looking over to your right hand. So you can place that left hand on top of the knees if you want to pull over the legs a little bit more. And just completely relax. So nothing to do here, but just allow your body to stretch out. Give your body the time that it needs to really nourish and stretch. Very, very healing. Taking your eyes back to the ceiling, bring your knees in towards your chest, and then one at a time lower your legs down to the floor, relaxing into Shavasana. So allow the shoulders to roll back and down, palms facing up to the ceiling for opening. And allow the feet to fall to the sides. So find stability here, lay perfectly still. Just noticing the breath, expanding the ribs, And as you exhale, deflate, the ribs come back down. So just being mindful of what you can hear and of what you can feel. Taking this time to listen, to stop the mind thinking. You just start to wriggle through your hands, your toes. Just imagine little bursts of energy just coming through your body, just waking you up really gently. And take a deep breath in, bring your arms all the way above your head and stretch from fingertips down to your toes. Take a full deep breath in, energize your body. And as you exhale, bring your arms down beside the body, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. So be really grateful for your body, for your mind, for everything around you. So take a moment now to just appreciate all of the goodness in your life, all of the people that support you, all of the amazing experiences you've had, and allow that energy to infuse your spirit with joy, excitement, and love. And then when you're ready, roll over to your right side and push the floor away from you. You can come back up to sitting. So I hope that practice helped you feel more stable, more balanced. And thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope to see you at the next video. Namaste.